everybody. This is Scott from My Dragon's Dreams. I did a video a couple days ago about scammers, and I probably didn't go over a lot of things to look for, and even though I'll probably try to go over some of them today, I'll probably miss some. And please add it to the comments so viewers can also see other people's experiences with scams. Not necessarily that you fell for them, but scams that may have been tried to be used against you, or some of it may not be scams, but just things to look for while you're trying to do the online dating, especially with the Filipino or maybe an Asian, or anybody for that matter. Some of these will apply to anybody. First of all, one of the number one things to look for, pictures on the dating sites. Apparently most people are going to meet on dating sites, maybe Facebook. I'm sure there's Facebook pages out there where just Filipinos and people from other countries are trying to meet, like groups. I use a dating site. We use a dating site, me and my wife. I think most people actually do. I think if you look at a large percentage of how people meet, the dating sites are the easiest way. I'm not going to get into which one to use, or that's a personal choice. They all use different systems, how you pay and such. So it's all about what you like, how you like. I know we both like the one that we used, maybe because we met each other. Number one thing to look for is pictures. Hate to say this, if it looks like it was taken by a professional hotel or magazine or supermodel agency or whatever else, it's probably a 90% chance it's fake. They do have like a glamour shots type thing where girls go get their pictures taken in the malls and stuff, so they can have some nice pictures, but don't look for just one picture. Look for the profiles that got 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures, so that way you can compare the pictures. I know I preferred, my wife's were more natural settings. All her pictures were out with her friends, with family, that sort of thing. So I got to see her in her day-to-day clothes, stuff like that. It wasn't like while you're in this 5-star $1,000 room night hotel or whatever it is, and you're taking this picture and it looks like it was done by a professional studio. Be wary. Be very wary. Typically, if the pictures look too good, I don't mean pretty women, I mean too good, typically it seemed like those were the ones that ended up being scammers very quickly, or they would send you messages and immediately you could figure out that they were scammers. And like I said, make sure the pictures, when you look at the girls, if they've got one like that and they got 3 other pictures, and make sure the girls match. It's amazing how sometimes some of the scammers will steal this picture from this girl, and this picture from this girl's Facebook, and this picture from that girl's profile, and they'll put together a montage of photos, and if you really look at them and paying attention, it's not the same girl. They may look similar, but it's typically not the same girl. If they're from French Guyana, Nigeria, I know of a person personally who got scammed from meeting someone in Nigeria, supposedly an overseas worker, waited in the airport, and the person never showed up. They sent the money for the airplane ticket and everything else, and nothing. Scammed the whole time. Basically lied to. Told they already had a visa to come and visit, and they were going to come and visit, and he fronted the money and was gone. I've heard of other stories, especially out of there. It's typically a guy sitting back there with pictures of the girls that he's stolen, and it's guys sitting there talking to you. So be warned. Not saying everything that comes out of Nigeria, French Guyana, Philippines for that matter, is fake. I'm saying be very wary. Even the dating sites warn you. because they can't block these people. They don't want to block these people if they pay for their memberships, and they're about making money too. But they tend to block. If they know it's a scammer and they catch it, you turn them in and they can prove it, then they'll delete their account and then they'll have to pay and add another. But obviously it's profitable enough for them to keep adding accounts. But don't be worried if you see China, Hong Kong, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Egypt. A lot of girls, a lot of women are overseas workers, and they will talk to you from there. They may be under contract. They might have 6 months left. They might have 9 months. They might have 2 years. But they typically reach out because, I mean, they want to get to know the guy themselves. And I'm sure you don't want to just, if you're looking for a true relationship, you just don't want to run over there 1 month and start doing paperwork or anything like that. Things to watch out for: ultimatums, anger issues. If you don't send me such and such, or send my family such and such, then I don't think you're real, and I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Or they get mad over nothing, and then it's like like you got to buy them chocolate and roses, even though they're not mad at you. It's just all fake. That happens anywhere. I don't care if you're here dating an American, or in Europe dating a European, or anybody reaching out overseas to find their mate. If you're having to deal with those type of anger issues online, do you really want them in your life? The big excuse. I was talking to one of my friends that kept saying, well, he had this girl, and she always had a reason not to video talk. And no matter what, he would offer to send her money for load, go to the internet cafe. She would talk to him all night long, but she would never video call. Big warning sign. When he was looking at her, and I said, well, let me see more pictures of her. She never sent any extra pictures. If you're talking to somebody for 2 or 3 days, a week, a month, they should be able to send you a picture like, hey, this is me out shopping today, or this is me with my mom and dad's over the weekend, or this is me at work. Or most cell phones have working cameras any day nowadays, and if they say their back camera's broke, they've always got their front facing camera. So the excuse of not being able to take a picture to send you a picture, it's not very good, and most likely either one, they're scammers or they're not who they say they are. So if they're not willing to talk on video, they're not willing to send you pictures, probably fake. This goes out for the guys and the girls. I realize this modern day of age, and this is one of those subjects that I don't even like to bring up. I'm just going to hit it really quick. Pictures that go a little over the top. You'll be amazed at the photos as a guy or video. There were some girls that you knew right away wanted money, and they were willing to send somebody's pictures if it wasn't theirs. Or maybe they'd call you and wouldn't be all really that well clad. Looking for money. Stay away. Just hang up. Block. Whatever. They're not real. And are they really what you're looking for? And girls, I know you guys get hit with the we'll just call them DPs. Pictures. Or guys calling up on camera being naked. Hang up on the perverts. Block them. Report them. Unless you're into that thing. That's even my wife said, when we first started talking, I'd sent her out. We had talked, sent messages, and gave her my Skype address, and she gave me hers. And for days, about a week, I guess, we'd send individual messages. Hey, how you doing? This, that, the other. And she really didn't seem like she really wanted to talk to me. But I kept edging on, and one morning I woke up because I worked at night shift, and she she was up still. It's like 11 o'clock there, and it was 11 a.m. where I was. And I was getting up to work out and get ready to go to work. And I put, "Hey, you're still awake?" And she immediately, for the first time, responded, "Hey, can you talk?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "No, video talk." And of course, I responded, "Hey, let me get up and put my makeup on. I'm just getting out of bed to get ready to work out. I'll call you as soon as I get out of the shower, take my morning shower." And we called, and we both blushed a lot and talked a lot. And it was really interesting to find out what she thought of me just from my pictures and the few sentences and words that I sent out. She literally called me to eliminate me, in a sense of the word. She'd had such terrible luck with guys that she had approached her profile that she'd went through a process of elimination, and pretty much she'd eliminate you on the first phone call. And surprisingly enough, I survived the first phone call, and now I've been married for almost 2 years and dating together over 3. So I guess it all worked out. Oh, and I'll tell you this right now, guys. I mean, the first thing after we got done talking, and she's probably going to get embarrassed, so she's like, "Don't ever ask me for bad pictures." And she wasn't playing. And I tell you what, to be honest, after probably the 800 or 900 messages I had sent and a few phone calls I had taken, I was pleasantly surprised. You can tell a classy girl, no matter where she's from, by her actions, and if that's what you're looking for, then that's what you find. Watch out, sob stories about relatives, family, friends, dogs, cats, you name it. I would talk to a girl before I met my wife, and it was amazing how quick their cell phone broke. A hole in the roof needed fixed. They have dengue fever, and their child is in the hospital and they need help. And the bad thing is a lot of these things could be true. But I was always amazed at how quick they could ask for money after knowing me for 1 hour, or 1 day, or 2 days. Scammers, be careful. They seem to have a 4-day window, 3 to 4 day. Really nice money. You'll know. What do I honestly think scammers believe when they try to scam Americans, Europeans, Canadians, whatever, Middle Eastern, whatever? I think they honestly believe we all have a money tree, and some people's trees are bigger than others in America or wherever you live, and we go out and shake it when we need it. They don't realize cost of living in America or in Europe or anywhere. They just think we float in it. And like I tell everybody all the time, I'm nowhere near rich. I wish I was. I warned my wife, before we got married, and even after I got over here, "Are you sure? You see I'm not rich?" "Yeah, I have a job. I can feed us, electric's on, roof over our shoulders, car to drive. Doesn't mean I'm rich. Doesn't mean we're poor, but not rich." I will warn you, there is something that my wife doesn't even like the word. She's Cebuano, and I don't know if they even use the word in Bisaya. Tempo. I think it comes. I think they might get it from the Latin blood, from my understanding. They will go through fits. I don't care which one you meet. Some are worse than others, I guess, of course. My wife, she has little moods at times, just like anybody would, but it's a Philippine thing. Tempo, then what they call pakiput, and that means they ignore you, give you the cold shoulder. And in the beginning, it's a challenge. You'll learn to give them their hour or 4 hours or whatever it is, because no matter how many times you ask them what's really wrong, you just won't get the answer. And then when you think you've finally given up and the packy putt's almost over and you've made up, and that's when they tell you how you messed up. And that's typically how my wife is. I think it's from reading, watching other people's blogs. I think they all go through it, some more than others. My wife's not real bad. I'm being honest. But when she does get mad, she gets mad, and she gets mad over easy things just like any of us can. We all have bad days. But they do have a word for it in the Philippines. It's called tempo. So if you hear it, that's what it is. I think Filipinos are slightly more jealous by nature. Maybe I'm wrong. My wife will tell you she's not jealous at all. And in a cute way, and I love it. About every day she tells me not to be cute. Di pa cute. Don't be out flirting today. I have no reason for her to think that, but she reminds me every day. So, and hopefully I didn't, I'm not trying to say all Filipinos are scammers, obviously. Going through the list of things, I'm not saying this would be the only thing that's going to be on the list, number one, and that Filipinos have to do this only. To be quite honest, Americans, Europeans, everybody tries to scam them too. So realize if you end up talking to a really sweet girl who doesn't trust you, it's because if she's been online for 3 months or 6 months or twice last year and again this year, she's trying finally again to meet somebody, it's because she's been burnt. And maybe the guy showed up, maybe the guy never showed up, maybe the guy just quit talking to her, not for a good reason, not for a bad reason, just did. There's a lot of guys out there that will act like they're coming to see the girl. I was realistic. I told my wife it's going to be a while, and I didn't get to go see her the first time until about 7 months into our relationship. Went again at about a year. It's about a year. A year mark of knowing each other. I went back and visited again. In the process of that year, we were processing our K1 visa. And it took approximately, I think, 7.5 months. And we processed her son's too. So she traveled on her visa. And they're both here now. It's a long process, a lot of patience. So, and then the biggest part of it is just finding the girl. So, and that's what this video is about, finding your girl. Watching out for the ones that really aren't looking. I wish you all luck if you are looking for a Filipina. Hang tough. There's a lot of great ones out there. I know my wife has friends that are always looking. Just wade through all the high water. I could say other things, but I'm not going to, and keep it clean. And keep them waders on. And when you finally hit the perfect beach and the sun's shining, sun's warm on your face, and you got a nice cool breeze, you'll realize you found her. So good luck to everybody. And my next video will probably be about why and how we actually met each other. Even though I went over some of it, I'll go over things to do, such as what type of documents and stuff to start saving immediately after. You can say documents. What kind of documents? I'll explain that later on. When you guys first meet, if you decide you're going to be processing, maybe think of processing a K1 down the road. So, or you're, for that matter, I think they call it a CR1 if you're married. So, that'll be a later discussion. Good seeing you. Please comment, like, share, subscribe, and hopefully you enjoyed my babbling on. I'm sorry if it's a little run on, but trying to cover it all and trying to be honest. I'm not trying not to be too scripted. off the top of my head. Maybe it seems a little less professional, but I think honesty is the best bet, and you're getting it straight from my mind and my heart. So take care. Peace.
Yeah.